We're live on YouTube. It's Friday night. It's 8 o'clock. It's time for the show.
I live my life walking down the street, meet the faces of the people I see. All the time I see a reflection. All the time I see a reflection. It's okay to feel alone. It's okay to be alone. All the time I see a reflection. All the time I see a reflection. 'Cause when I'm with you, it seems so easy. Seems so easy. My best days are with you. They are so easy. They are so easy.
Hey, good evening. Welcome to the show. Loads coming up tonight. We've got Fourplay, which is going to be Blaster and Soundwave. There's loads of news. Got some Rise of the Beast news amongst some other bits and bobs. We've got Rohan's Corner, which is all about the best voice actors we've had in Transformers history, plus loads more. FansToys, innuendos, loads of other bits. But first of all, are you thirsty? Are you thirsty for some Transformers news? A little bit of content? Because I think Andy's going to spray it all over your face right now. And Rohan's going to video it. It's time for the news.
Talks on TV, and now the news. Don't touch that dial.
It's a beautiful image. It's a beautiful
Spray,
image. Right.
spray.
We'll start off with mainline news. We'll start off with Jada Toys. You may know them. They do the little Matchbox type cars of Transformers movie bots and stuff like that. And they've revealed some stuff. So a few people in the groups have been picking up these when they've seen them. I want to say Rohan or someone has got some of these. I can't remember who it is. But they're doing little figurines of G1 characters. They're the ridiculously small picture, but there you go. That's what was on the site.
Are they very small?
How big are
They
they?
are
Yeah.
small. They are small figurines. So there you go. You can see them a little bit better there. Not a hell of a lot better. I mean, they're not
What
posable or
size?
anything like that. But I think they're to scale with the cars, which have been turning up in some shops.
The Matchbox
And this time,
size.
look. Yeah, that kind of size. And you've got Sideswipe.
Smaller. They're aren't they
Robin
micro
Jets?
blaster size?
Perfect Transformers.
I think
People-
they're small. Well, they're called nano, so I'm guessing they are quite small. I don't think
For
I've ever
people-
seen these in a shop before. But
For
I'm
people
sure somebody we know.
with a
picked them up.
micro penis.
Mini
Oh,
cocks.
anybody
I'll-
who's just
I'll
bought
stick
these
to
is
my
now feeling
chunks,
so
thank
bad
you
about
very much.
themselves. Oh dear. Anyway, there you go. So that's what they look like. They're little ickle versions of Transformers. The Jetfire ones, so teeny, so tiny. Then we had this. I'm not gonna lie, there's not a hell of a lot of news this week, but we had this, which is the DLX collectible figure of the Last Night Optimus Prime, which is one of those ridiculously articulated and I'm sure very expensive things. Should you wish to buy it, I think it's probably my least favorite movie Optimus Prime design. But that's just
Yeah,
me
it just
personally.
doesn't. It looks more like a Power Ranger on steroids.
Yeah, it's not great. But if you want to buy it, then knock yourself out. It's 11.2 inches tall with 73 points of articulation. Woo-ha.
C4 Darkmane just made a good point about those nano transformers. You can actually hold them up your bum. Your whole collection. Great point. Great point.
Former
I mean, it's an it's an option.
sweet corn
I'm not saying
in
it's the right option.
disguise.
Then we
Follow your
had,
dream, though. That's what I would do. Follow your dream.
Then we had the
Just
Oh,
not
please
our
don't.
advice. Don't follow our advice. Don't follow our advice.
Yeah, oh god, they'll be going to the hospital saying, "Well, Transformers the show told me to."
Yeah,
And
that's
this
Metroplex.
is
Don't ever put Metroplex up your
Premium
bum.
paintwork Takara movie figure. I forget which one. I think is it 32 or something like that. I can't remember. But it's basically the Studio Series 1
What the hell?
with a premium paint job.
Look at the knee guards he's got there. It's like Mandalorian style. He could take someone out with those.
I mean, I don't really know the actual normal version of the figure, so I don't know if this paintwork is some massive improvement on it.
Can you really improve that with any paintwork?
Oh, big shout out to all the Bayverse fans. Yeah, it's there. It's coming. If you want to buy it, go for it. It's
If it makes you happy, go and get it.
exactly.
but don't stick it up your bum unless you really want.
I wouldn't, not with that one. Certainly not blades first. You're just asking for trouble.
It's a right
then-
way to do it.
Exactly. Then Fuji's Ecological Diary posted the first in-hand images of the upcoming Transformers Studio Series Nest Bumblebee. So you might remember a while back that there was figures done in kind of Nest colors, and this is what this is. It's homaging the Nest subline from the first movie that was primarily, as it says there, Cybertron era repaints. So let's have a look at it. So you'll have this figure, won't you, Jamie?
I have the yellow figure.
The yellow one, sorry. Yeah, I did mean the yellow one.
I think the Bumblebee movie figures have been kicking it. They're just all awesome. Every one I've got so far.
Yeah, I mean, you've been quite complimentary, haven't you? I was watching last week's your review of Ratchet as well, and you know, they do seem to be very well engineered. It's in Nest colors. It's Bumblebee. Apparently, interestingly, it scales with the little Human Alliance figures that we got many years ago. So it kind of scales quite nicely. I don't know if would that work with something like G.I. Joe?
Or
the original little figures.
Mask.
Oh, the mask,
figures,
the mask
yeah.
figures, they're small, aren't they? That could work for them as well. But anyway, there you go. So I thought that was quite a nice photo there. It comes with this figurine of Sam. Apparently that is Sam
What?
from the first
Sam,
movie.
who's been horribly disfigured after
I was going to
exposure.
say,
That's
if it
what's
was
the name
Sam,
from
if it was made
Halloween.
of wax.
That's
Well,
what's
it
the name
seemed
from
because it was
Halloween,
Nest
isn't it?
and it was Sector 7, it was going to be Simmons.
Jason.
Why does it come with
Michael-
why does it come with
Michael
Terry
Myers.
Waits?
Michael Myers, that's it.
Anyway, there you go.
Just
I mean,
docking
it's the same figure that it was before, just painted in this silver paintwork. So if you like the paint job, you know, you've got the option of picking it up.
Looks like Cog.
But there's a new one out, isn't it, with a different face, I think, coming out, or Bumblebee, the
Oh, is
yellow
there?
one. Yeah, with a different
Oh,
face.
the yellow
Like,
version, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks quite good, quite well articulated, and it poses well.
If you like that colour grey, go for it.
I like that photo of him just looking, you know, slightly confused as he's chatting with Blitzwing. Maybe he's apologising. Yeah, sorry about ripping out your vocal processor.
That's a good photo. I like that.
I like that one too. Then we had the first Amazon listings for the Rise of the Beast toys, an updated release date as well. So a new release date of April the 15th, which is 2 weeks later than it was supposed to be coming out.
This year. Oh, yeah, this year.
Yeah, even though the film's not out till next year. But I guess Hasbro just can't sit on these toys. They need to start
hang on.
Yeah, it's
something.
taking up storage, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
I
the
would
film's not out
imagine
this.
so.
The film event, yeah, the film's next year, is it?
Films next year, 2023. I forget the exact date off the top of my head, but I want to say June something, 2023. But yeah, it got pushed back. And anyway, we have this. So if you're looking forward to them, then you have Flame Toys, who revealed their IDW style Rodimus / Hot Rod figure, non-transforming.
Does he have a bow?
They do love the crotch thrust, don't they? I mean, they really go for it with the crotch thrust. Is that the power stance?
I feel represented.
Woof. Anyway, all the accessories seem to, or some of them at least, seem to kind of join together to form some kind of weird winged bird thing.
Is that his bow and arrow? Does he not come with a bow and arrow?
Well, yeah, it could be his bow and arrow. Oh god, if it is, it's bloody stylized that, like ridiculously. But then again, I suppose that's the point of these things, isn't it? I mean, they are really stylized
I
figures.
don't think it's a
Anime
bow. I don't
manga-esque,
think it's a bow gun.
It does look good. That's the first time I'm being impressed.
It looks nice, but
It's that
again,
level of sexiness, isn't it? It's
But you have to
Arrowfire's
make
hair,
it
sexy.
yourself.
yeah, you'll have to build it.
No, I don't know. I think the hair grows itself, so you kind of just let it exist.
And then
Do
you
you?
wrap it around what?
He was born
Well, the
with
hair,
Yeah.
whatever you want.
He was
for
just
close
born
to
that
bed,
way.
Yeah,
Born with all that
whatever
hair.
you want, really. So,
What do you do?
It's
with
a
this
nice
here?
looking bot, I suppose.
what do you
I'd
do
be
with
interested
your
in how
Ian?
much it costs.
Viewers,
What do you
if
do
you want
with
to write
your
in,
Ian?
what do you do with your Ian? What do you do
Let him
with
roam
When you've grown-
free.
When you've
How'd you
grown-
grow
when you've
your
grown
Ian?
When you've grown your Ian, what do you do with him?
like Gardener's Corner on Radio 4, but it's all about Ian. Tell us how you look after your Ian. Right into the show.
Yeah.
Don't overwater him.
Anyway, that was.
her.
That
Keep the
was
snails away.
because there wasn't much.
I spread salt around my Ian, and all the snails die when they try and eat him.
There you go.
Then we have a little bit of third-party news, which we may be able to add to.
No, that's not it.
As we go along. There we go. So, was it you who shared this, Paul, or was it?
Wasn't
That
me?
was Alexis.
I shared my photographs very recently.
Yeah, like in the last 3 minutes.
Mr. Ungrateful.
Arifai said he is not a hospital to snails.
No,
Such a lie.
No.
What a strange comment, but carry on.
no, because that would be a vet, obviously, wouldn't it, Arifai? There you go.
An insectologist.
I tell you what,
There you
top
go.
form tonight.
So this
Oh,
is
are snails
Factory
insects?
Drift.
Are snails really insects? If you're not sure, ask Ian. He works at a vet's.
I'm Factory Drift, this is.
Yes,
Should
it
care
is.
to look at it. Stop waffling. It's
Have
by
you
Iron
seen
Factory,
that?
and it's Drift. I think it's based on the movie one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they do their
Jackie Barron.
samurai line, and who better to fit the samurai line than some proper MC hammer pants? Drift. But it looks alright, actually.
No. What's going on with those legs, though? Seriously?
It does
Is
look
that
a little bit
face-
like Armada's Sideswipe. He's got those thick legs.
Oh, well, we all love
No,
that figure.
He's just
So
wearing
it's
he's
automatically a
just
classic.
wearing pedal pushers, isn't he? You know, like the ladies used to wear, or some guys.
What, 100 years ago? Jeez.
You know who you are. You know who you
Alexis showing his age.
Alexis got some old catalogues.
And then,
are. Moon Studios.
yeah.
So we
Train
don't have any. We don't have many pictures of this, unfortunately, but it looks really sexy. This is
That's
really
really
clean,
unfortunate.
really clean from the back and the front. Train mode looks really good. The arm mode looks amazing.
Because it looks like an arm. I love that the arm mode looks amazing. Come on.
That's what I
Some
buy it
enthusiasm
for.
for this thing.
They even combine it. I'll just leave it as an arm on my
That's it.
shelf.
You should
I just
see
like
that
arms.
You
shoulder.
see the foot.
You-
Great foot.
Oh dear. And then I'm not. that was pretty much everything till about
You
4
should see
minutes
his
before the
you-
show started.
You should see his rotator cuff.
But through the wonders of technology, we may be able to look at the photos that Alexis bothered to send just before the show had actually started. So let's
Oh yeah,
try that
yeah.
one.
Just if I'm gonna, if you go on,
Can we
it's-
see that?
oh, can you? Is it working? Oh, there we go. Woohoo!
Okay.
So we.
Go on
There
then.
we
What's
go.
this?
Oh crap! You want to know what
Thing.
it is? This is Big Firebird. It's their new one. It's their new one, which I can't remember the name because the old one is out.
Uh-huh.
That one is out. The RC, that's it, RC. Then they've got one which is like Moon Racer style, and then this is the next one. And then I can't remember what it's called, but it's got like bunny ears, like Donnie Darko style. So this is Miss
Oh,
Darko.
Playboy bunnies, which I think.
I
But you
wouldn't
can
know
call
what
it
that is, Jamie.
Darko
I'm
style, but
innocent,
you
mate.
get more less
I'm
sexist.
I'm innocent, me. I don't know what that is, Jamie.
It reminds me of Bugs Bunny, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, it's certainly a thing, isn't
And
it?
this
I
is the one
guess
which is
you've
about
already
to, this
pre-ordered this. Yo.
is the one which this is the one which is about to drop. Looks like a bit of a repaint. But if you look at the actual,
You can drop your pants,
I love
but, like, when you get it.
I love the car mode. That's the car mode.
Oh,
I
Is
love
that
the car
supposed to look like a cat?
Why have you not seen
Bunny?
a picture of a car?
Why has he got cat ears?
You can see it down the bottom. It's just a couple on.
Are they all animal themed? Oh Jesus, this is proper. This is so Japanese.
You know what, Alexis? You should like what you want. So.
Yeah, exactly. Don't feel
Yeah.
bad about
That
it.
looks cool. That looks really
It
cool.
doesn't make you a dirty pervert.
Yeah,
It's
masturbation
fine.
is perfectly
It-
normal.
that
Oh, that's a
looks
great
cross-
alt mode.
It looks.
Oh, it's a
between,
lovely alt mode.
Do you remember
You know, it
the
means you don't have to look at
PlayStation?
it as a sex
Oh,
toy.
What was the PlayStation game that came out? The floating cars, something racer.
Wipeout.
Wipeout. That was it. It looks like something that's crossing Wipeout and F-Zero. The love
Oh,
shot
man,
of
F-Zero.
Wipeout and
Rage.
F-Zero.
It has got a good car mode, though. That's granted.
And that's what I like. Yeah, it's car mode.
Yeah.
This is
Beast Lord. Is this Voltron?
No, this is Lucky Cat. Lucky Cat. Yeah, this one is Volt. No, this one's Power Rangers, I think, actually. Lucky Cat. They're doing Beast Lord, which I think is
No.
Power Rangers. And they've got a Devastator as well. So, as you can tell, it turns
Can't
into
believe
a
you
box.
just tricked me into sharing Power Rangers on there. Oh God, I feel dirty.
I've noticed you didn't have the other one about the Avengers. Not Avengers, X-Men. That didn't come up in.
Oh, I
Is that-
think I did because I didn't know which one to download it into, and I was intending to download it separately, and then I forgot.
Oh, okay, so that means.
But
you know.
it wasn't that just about. Was it the new cartoon or something?
So they're saying that Avengers
Nothing to do
90.
with Transformers whatsoever, but, you know.
No, but again, I share things, then you don't download anyway. So 3 minutes or not.
Wait, you share them right before we start. You nodded.
That's the shit for Rocky, not zoom in. This is Bingo
I don't
Toys.
think you can with this.
So Bingo Toys is
If you'd
the
have sent it to me like an hour before the show, I probably could have sorted it out for you. But
So Bingo Toys Shockwave on the left there, which if you watched some people's reviews, loved it. If you watched Bobby Skullface, he slated it to hell. Quite funny little rant at the end there. You've got, I think that's going to be Toy World in the middle there. I think it might be 3-0, and then they've got the Ironhide. So obviously Ratchet's just dropped, hasn't it, for Studio Series official, and then Ironhide's just been launched. These guys now, Bingo Toys are starting with Ironhide. It looks very clean from the back and the front. We've only got a shot from the front. If you go to the next photograph, you can see a shot from the front. Brilliant. That's not it.
sorry, I was just reading through the comments, and
There you go.
and
It's very clean
admiring
from back
it.
and front. We haven't seen an alt mode from this just yet, so I don't know when it's going to drop. Shozy have it up for pre-order at the moment. It says just full
The
price
Studio Series one
unknown.
looks better.
Well,
Then this.
we will see.
Is this another version of Bumblebee Movie Prime? Haven't we had?
No, this
A couple of these.
is well, yes, it is, but it is Yola Park. It's called SOS Kill, and it's
the
actually
same
a model.
character
It's
from
a
the
model
same
kit.
film.
It's a model kit.
Oh, it's a
though.
model kit,
Yeah.
so it doesn't transform.
Articulated model kit where you can the only transformation is when he
That's
when he's
perfect for you,
Matrix.
Alexis. It could go with your unicorn.
How much is this then?
Sorry, Jay, you broke up. Say again.
Anyway, how much is this,
Um,
Alexis?
No.
Do we
okay,
know?
fine.
Any
Well
idea?
done.
not gonna make
No,
me
don't.
dance,
Again,
Alexis.
it's literally just
I'm
up
not
for
your
pre-order.
fiddlestick.
Price at the moment is price is up. It's just unknown. So price is unknown. Sorry, Jamie. I didn't hear that
no.
negative comment.
Go on.
I block out the haters.
Block
Then-
in anything.
This is another Moon Studio bot. This is Iron Arm Kian. So he's the other arm again. So he comes like loaded, like lots of guns there. So so these two will probably drop together. The first two bots, the Kinky Boots, they dropped together. Mine is still in boxes, so I got Kinky boxes. These two are going to be due out. What's the due date? Oh, this is my. Oh yeah, this is my. Oh, sorry, pickups. You just jumped to my pickups.
Why have you
do it
sent
now.
that to news?
Well, because I couldn't download. Because I couldn't.
You
Sound, I
can't
couldn't
just
send it
keep
to my.
sending
And
random
why are you
ones.
buying reverse star screams?
Yeah.
Well, you kind of
Exorcist
okay,
Starscream.
Caught in the shower star scream.
So I
I wonder
picked
other
up the wing-
photos he sent here that we can share with her.
We'll go to those
This is
photos.
hard drive.
Okay. So I went to
Quick,
I bought
keep
the-
going, keep going.
Type in Ladyboys.
I bought the filler kits for Starscream, and I thought, well, I want to get used. he wants
Happy
to get used to
birthday,
them.
Mrs. Ed.
So,
Happy birthday to
Mrs.
Ed's
Ed.
wife.
Mrs. Ed.
And I'm guessing she's not watching this because it's her birthday.
No,
It wouldn't
Ed
be her
said
first- Is
Mrs.
she?
Ed is watching with
Oh,
Ed. That's not
happy
very
birthday.
nice.
Oh,
Mrs.
happy
Ed.
birthday, Mrs.
Should we actually sing Happy Birthday properly?
I can't believe Ed's making you
Not
watch
today.
this, but
Not
that's
today.
it's nice.
Okay,
It's nice you joining us.
Okay.
Me Len's
So-
out at a party. She's
I
left me
thought-
all alone.
He wants to get used to these filler kits, right? So this is how he poses, and that's how he's on my shelf. That's it.
Okay.
He's at that for next 6
So
months.
I should stop now then because
I thought that was good use
That
of
was
the
the
kits.
news.
Otherwise,
Right,
So,
cool,
it's
brilliant.
either that or the one shot you could do of him is like, you know, when Hot Rod shoots a shuttle, the Starscream's facing behind. That's pretty much the shot you see him from behind, really, unless it's in that movie that Paul showed us.
Okay, cool. Right, it's now time for Fans Toys Innuendos. So each week we go onto the Fans Toys Facebook page and we take a picture. They get quite passionate about their Fans Toys, as you should do. They're lovely Transformers. But we've replaced the photo of the Transformer with a different photo, and you have to guess through clues who was the original Transformer underneath. So let's have a look this week.
Clues? There's clues?
Well, you'll guess this one straight away because it'll be so obvious. Right, here we go.
Soundwave.
Everyone else is doing it, and here's I guess everyone else is invading Ukraine. So Belarus, they're going to have a go from the north. Russia wants a little go. There's Putin. He's not sure how much trouble he's going to get into.
Politics.
That's it.
Yeah,
Georgia.
World War III, if you're making fun of it.
They're
I was
on
going to say
Ukraine.
making light of serious political
or-
situations.
Well,
I've
actually,
got
this
that
is
one.
from the Daily Mirror. So, and what they've done here
Oh yeah,
is
that reliable.
they've
that
used
reliable
a
ethical-
legend scale. So they've got legends, suspected locations of Russian forces, and they've done arrows all the way around, which I think is quite clever.
Oh, yeah, wrong way.
So the British Army probably use this when they don't
too
go
far.
near Ukraine. So
All I've got right now, right, is the theme tune from Dad's Army. Who do
Everyone
you
else is
think
doing
you
it.
are kidding, Mr. Hitler? Like I said, the
Which to be Putin though now.
I think you would have to know your fans'
Megatron.
toys
Oh no, I don't know.
to do this.
I think you have to know.
If you were on the fans'
Thing-
toys, if you've ever been on the
think-
fans' toys masterpiece group what happens when a new release is released.
Well, everybody takes photos of them. But
It's normally it's Soundwave. I mean, it's probably going to be.
Is it not Megatron? I'm on
Fans-
Megatron.
Huffer's the
is
latest
there a
one that came out.
Megatron? FansToys
No.
Gateface.
Huffer came out
FansToys
recently.
CJ.
That's the dream.
No. I'm going to have a stab in the dark. And I'm going to say that you have to have fucking 8 senses to actually work the shit out.
Well, who's just come out?
Alexis.
Or
Oh, you mean as a figure? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Apologies, yeah.
Tesla.
Oh,
I'm trying to
Tesla.
remember.
Hey!
Is that it? Just Tesla
Everyone
after
else
all
is
that.
doing it.
There you go.
Everybody's doing a
See?
Perceptor.
The
There
clue
you go.
was in the title.
Yeah.
Perception. That's right, RJ. Perception.
Perception. Right, time for pickups probably now. I would
Phil
guess.
looks scared.
He does, he should be. He hasn't
Not
seen what's
scared.
coming up in the discussion.
That's normally how I feel when Paul says FansToys innuendo.
We now return to the Transformers.
Cool, pickups, who would like to go first?
You've done my one already, mate.
Jamie?
I couldn't tell if Jamie wanted to go first or he was asking
Well,
for a
neither
beer.
do we.
Well, I've had to get my own beer because
I'm sorry, Jay. Do we look like fucking Maylin?
you know, it's awful. I've not even eaten today.
It's going to be a good show.
Yeah, totally helpless.
Jay, get the vodka out.
I've only got beer.
Vodka's
Is that
made of,
Raphael
like-
talking about John
Isn't vodka
Grease?
made of like potatoes or something,
cousin?
Jay? It's like one of your 5 a day. You just, you know.
Hairy
it's all
borders.
all
Sounds
carbs.
like he's
So
for
that's
this
his-
one.
That's his alternate YouTube channel. Welcome
my
to
bottom.
Hairy Borders. Cool, right. Pickups.
Only fans.
Yeah, I'll go. Awesome, that's a good size.
That's what
So
she said.
I got Blaster this morning, and I decided I would just do some quick wee photos, and it turned out spending the whole day. So I've not eaten yet, and I'm tired. And Maylin's at a party, and I'm here by myself. I'm dying.
I feel like you're expecting sympathy.
You have a panic button, right? In case.
It's like you've really not read the room.
Uh,
I've spent the whole
What
day
do you got,
doing
beer?
nothing but
But,
taking photos.
so
Love it.
So I done a little comic sketch, so comic over there using the characters. So they've got Blast and Perceptor, both out on patrol, and they come across Megatron. You know, Megatron's going Autobots, and they're going Megatron because that's who he's called.
For anyone who can't read.
And then he's going die Autobots, which is
Oh, come on, you got to do the voices, Jamie. If you're going to do this,
Yeah.
commit. Come on.
I can't do accents. I'm
Can I have a
Scottish.
quick go? Can I have a quick
Go
go?
on,
Yeah,
Alexis.
go for it.
You're
Go
a man of 1,000 voices.
Autobots die.
That's not how it's fucking read. It says die Autobots.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Die. Die Autobots.
Okay, you do all the voices then, Alexis.
We're losing viewers.
I'm losing the will to live.
Okay. Please transform in there.
That's cool.
That was a good shot.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do it again?
I mean, they're
Yeah,
all
do
good
the
shots.
voice
I
of
mean,
Blaster now, Alexis. You can't stop.
you have to do the no way to complain.
No way to complain. Transform. Who's going to do? Do you want me to do someone else can do the narrator.
I'll be Perceptor, you be Blaster, okay?
I'll do the narrator. A tank versus stereo cassette deck and a microscope.
It's Blaster's line first.
No, it's the one at the top goes first.
You're not Hebrew, you read left to right.
And you go top to bottom. It's a comic book. Jamie, who's first?
I fear our wounds will be fatal.
All right, Receptor, you cover the receptors.
Cockney Blaster.
I'm starting to worry.
Welcome to the wall with Blaster. Nothing is straightforward on the wall. Bye, Mick. People are leaving now.
Baby, come back.
Oh God, you've set me up. here.
Production value has gone up.
Sing it,
Friday. It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
Oh, no, you're still doing
Everyone's
this.
looking forward to weekend. Weekend is Friday. Yo, fuck you.
That's just how it goes.
Straight
Oh,
out
the
of
fucking bitches at the end. Why are you still going?
Surrender, Megatron. No, I accept your terms. I accept.
At the end.
Let's do this every week.
Really cool photos, Jay.
They are fucking amazing.
The end.
No, you guys made it magical because I was fucked. I just don't know what to say anymore. And then guest appearance because I forgot about this little dude. Just,
Oh, he's cool.
He checked kicking ass.
Take that, shin kick.
I also got Starscream, Coronation Starscream.
Coronation chicken.
Yeah, he's just a cool figure. It's not much difference. His hands open up, whoopee, and for that you get also a chair, 20 extra quid, and yeah, I was quite happy with it, to be honest. And it's an awesome figure. Obviously, he gets off his chair, Ravage goes straight onto it, just like any fucking cat does. But yeah, yeah, but I do enjoy Little Blaster, and obviously Perceptor as well. In Coronation Starscream with his cool cloak, which I quite like. You know, I like the aesthetics. And I like the chair, which can hold all the stuff behind it and stuff like that. So that's quite cool. It's good for dioramas, etc. Building up. But yeah, and I got some cool stuff from Andy, but because I'm waiting for other stuff from Andy just now, I'm going to wait till next week before showing my stuff. Which I'm getting.
It will be on its way this weekend, hopefully, because I escape COVID prison. Fingers crossed tomorrow if I get another negative. I've been in COVID prison since last Saturday.
As you know, Andy, usually I send something to you and it takes 6 months. And you always
It's fine. It's fine.
This is a little bit of
I know
advice.
your standards are higher than mine, Jamie, so I'll get it to you quickly.
This is a little bit of advice there for our viewers. If you do get something stolen and then blackmailed, pay the blackmailer up front in full, not installments, otherwise he doesn't send it all back at once.
Blackmail chat.
What?
Right, was that everything, Jamie? Those photos were fucking amazing, mate.
That was good, mate. That was a day well spent.
It's just insane. They were really good, like 100 episodes ago, but they're even better now. Right, I only got one thing this week.
Okay, sorry.
Which is the Fenris Ranger ship, 7 of 9's
Nice.
Starship.
Oh, wow.
I only put that up because I didn't get any Transformers.
Is that the scale, 7 of 9?
No, you don't know what Voyager is, do you?
Question:
like
is that
goes
is
into
that a
wild.
model kit, or does that come obviously
It's
already?
the model. I've not opened it yet, actually. I can quickly open it.
I just like that t-shirt.
Oh, live
Yeah.
unboxing.
Don't break the seal. Don't break the seal. It's half the price. Come on, please be empty.
Just imagine how
The
excited
detail.
you'll be when you
So
finally open that Unicron.
If you collect them, these are the Eagle Moss, the Eagle Moss models, and they're
Oh, so it's already together.
Yeah, the details just insane.
Nice.
The colours, they're beautiful.
That's not 7 of 9
Amazing.
scale.
Doesn't Tony, who was on last week, doesn't he collect?
Yeah,
the-
he's a big collector.
Yeah.
Big collector.
Cool.
Ed's wife likes the Trek ship. Thank you. My wife doesn't. Any of them. None of my Star Trek ship.
No
She didn't
one
like
likes
the whole
the
wall
Trek
of Star Trek
ships.
ships.
No one likes the Trek shit.
Deluxe is in the chat. Hi, Deluxe. Love you.
Oh, you need Deluxe. Thanks for joining us.
Cool. Right, who would
missed-
like to go next? You missed the funniest bit.
I can go. I got the wing feathers, which you know are what they are. I got
The what?
first aid, the wing filling kits, the Starscream.
I don't
Oh, the
know.
wing filling kits. I thought you said the wing fellas.
Wing feathers. So this is what it looks
Fillers,
like.
alright.
So it's like, it's pretty cool. So he's. I just can't quite get into dynamic poses like Make Toys. I think Make Toys still lend themselves to be like probably the best, most dynamic posing. I don't know. I'm trying to. I don't know what it is about him. It's a decent sculpt. I just can't quite get it. So because of that, I haven't invested in the other two. I've got first aid from Ocular Max. I really want to do some cool photographs of him. I'll save that for another day. So he's still boxed. I want to do that. I got I got a Dinobot. This is a KO Dinobot, MP Dinobot. That's the KO.
Wow,
much was he?
skill.
Does
He
look good.
was 60 quid.
Wow.
And then this is the official MP. So if you look, I've done them different poses to be awkward, but if you look at them, like what it is basically like almost like the paint on the official, you can see like it's a little bit lighter in the brown, like to make it almost like more like a tiger, I guess, like the sort of the blend. And it's very ever so subtle, slightly subtle differences, really. I'm going to transform him, the KO, and see what he's like. But this one here, retail at 190. So I think it's gone up in price now because you can't buy them anywhere. But for 60 quid with all the things, it's like, so I'm going to give them a go. I want to do some photographs and do proper comparisons, transform everything. So I haven't meant to do that yet. So that as well.
I should come to yours and help you do it.
You should do that.
I'll just drink beer while you do everything and I'll watch.
That sounds good. Sounds
Is this your cunning plan to get him to make you some food?
Is this just because Mei Lin's not there?
Hang on.
I'll get attacked.
Is it
pick me up, Alexis.
You're recruiting Alexis now.
is it going to be the same as our usual arrangement?
shoulder
Jamie?
divider.
Is it going to be the same arrangement when we go to the hotel room when you do that? And I get paid
Not
again,
so
right?
much fun. No, not
Well, it still involved syrup, but that's a different thing.
Maple.
Well, of course.
I love it, maple. I've got Zeta RC. I think I've showed this. I sort of looked at her and I thought I'll give her a go for 60 quid. I have shown actually, yes, I have shown actually before. Sorry, bag of hands, and you said bag of dicks. Yes, I remember that one. That's no joke.
Is that one brought it back to you?
Yeah, bag of dicks,
Bag of dicks.
bag of hands. And I've got this is a little thing from Half the Battle Toys. If anyone follows Half the Battle Toys on online, well done. This is a kit for Unicron, which is come over from America. And what this allows you to do is it's so anyone who's the sort of the central part of Unicron, which has got all these spikes. So when he's in planet mode, the spikes go around.
Yeah.
The middle part of his body. It's basically all of that, and it's the filler in there because obviously that comes out when he's in robot mode. So if you take the outer shell out, you can take the shell off, put it back into the planet mode, into the sphere, and this just fills out the sphere. And then what he's going to be doing next is actually making the wings. So this is why I haven't transformed him yet, because I've been waiting for this so I can actually have him displayed both in robot mode and in planet mode. So I've got that kit. The other kit comes out a bit later in this year. He says around summertime, but this allows me then to start the process now. And then
What did you get, Andy?
So
Sorry?
You just moved off from Alexis.
Alexis was saying something interesting.
It's really complicated. I didn't understand what was going on. I thought, I
He's
wonder what
basically
if Andy's got
saying
anything.
he's bought the filler kit so that when you transform Unicron, which obviously
Jamie, did you get anything else?
But when you transform it, Paul,
Oh my god,
you
I'm
can
going to quit the
literally
show.
remove the shell and you can close it back up and you can have him like the planet mode as a separate thing, but it's got loads of gaps because you've taken it off the main Unicron figure. And this is a filler kit, so you can have.
Oh fuck! I think it's giving me COVID just listening to it.
I got one thing. I got a Valentine's Day card as well. I got a Valentine's Day card from my wife.
But it's not till Monday.
Oh,
It's early.
you?
Well, I thought,
That's it.
it's got a poem. So
You're breaking the rules. Oh,
She's
like,
Go on
reading
then.
the show.
Monday.
Go on then.
Optimus is red. Optimus is blue. Transformers aren't romantic. Neither are you. I'm taking the kids. I'm leaving to go to your mums.
Jamie, you'll find one of them from Mei Lin if you look.
I might have to go actually in a minute.
No, Valentine's isn't Monday. Doing it
It's
proper.
not today, is it? It's the 11th.
I hope not.
That's why my relationship's been the longest, probably, of all of you guys.
What? No kids? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Do you ever just remember Love Rat Kids? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Me and
brilliant.
Leland have been together now 22 years.
Wow.
Impressive.
Do you have anything you want to say to her now over live?
I think you should.
Do you want to profess your love now?
You made me no fit.
You made me no feel
You
will never
do
forget.
a bit of Boys to Men?
the day she left you.
The streets won't forget. Don't worry about that. Right. I had a couple of pickups. So the first one, which was in some ways the least exciting one, which is saying something, because it's not a bad pickup at all, was also Kingdom Blaster. And I'm not criticizing Kingdom Blaster. It's a brilliant figure. If you haven't picked it up yet and you're thinking about it, then definitely go get Kingdom Blaster. He's great. But he's not. He kind of got overshadowed by something else. So I did post in our Facebook group. I thought for a laugh I'll put on the old what's in the box picture, and didn't get as many comments about dildos and sex dolls as I was expecting, which was a surprise given our clientele. But anyway, I thought I'd show you some photos of what I did receive.
Do we need to put
If
a
I
warning
can
on the screen
remember to
first?
share them.
Do we
You
need to
need
put
to
a
do what now?
censored warning? A warning on the screen. So viewers, if you're of a weak disposition, look away now.
Don't worry, I'm not sharing anything.
It's where your hand is, guys. Where get the other hand up.
Jamie
Love
wins.
you.
Right. So this was the box that I shared the picture of. And what was inside the box? See if anybody got it right. Anybody guessed themselves? There was a few serious guesses, I think.
I did. I said it was our
Do
dicks.
you want to have a guess?
It
Could have been our penises. Yeah,
It's
Dicks
quite a
in the
big box,
box.
isn't it? It is quite a big box, isn't it?
it's fairly sizable.
So it's either one or two things. I'm going to say either it's going to be a Cadmus, right, and someone's, you're going to be fellatioing someone off the back of this, or it's a really crap Transformer corner, and you're going to fellatio.
That'd be one hell of a really crap Transformer corner.
It would be.
Unless they'd set like a box of the damn thing.
But we all know your son, mate.
Well, to be fair, he would do it just for a laugh. But no, it was in fact
Fans Hobby.
Oh yeah.
So this is the Transformers 2010 re-release of the G1 Predacons with their die-cast metal restored, and also some gold plastic and metal parts to replace some of the original coloured parts to match more the colours and appearance on the Japanese version of the cartoon.
Wow,
that is nice.
So I was
that's
looking
actually better than my dick in the box. My wife would disagree. She would disagree.
I think it's 50-50 on that. I think we're in the balance. What happened was, and Alexis knows about this, I was really looking seriously at the MMC Feral Rex Predacons. I just got like an itch and a feeling like I really want to get one of these. But I was talking to Alexis about it, and the cost of trying to pick them up on the secondary market now is bloody expensive. But I was still looking into it, and I looked at the oversized Jimbao knockoff versions. But I actually was talking to one seller on the groups, and he was basically saying, look, if you're wanting them for the individual bots, I'm not going to lie, they're not great, they're not good. It's only really any good if you want it for the Predaking, which I will obviously want a Predaking in its Predaking mode, but I also like the Predacons as a team. So anyway, then randomly out of the blue, this came on the groups, and I messaged the guy selling it and got it for far less than it normally goes for. And I can honestly say I've been blown away. I received this on Tuesday, same day I got Blaster, which was one hell of a day. Certainly cheered me up from the COVID. And I've never owned the Predacons. I have one Predacon, which I bought off eBay probably about 10 years ago, and that's Dive Bomb. And he is complete. But this is like a step up, because the Dive Bomb I've got is the plastic parts version. So it's G1 Predaking with a slight difference in colours. And as I said, with the die-cast metal. The box isn't, mint, but I can live with that. I'm not really a mint in box collector. It doesn't bother me too much. I like the little carry handle. Reminds me of the crap you get from B&M. And then that's what you get inside when you open it up.
Oh, that looks nice.
I've never had any of the other Predacons apart from Dive Bomb. Now, the person who sold it to me had already applied the stickers, which I thank them for deeply, because I hate putting stickers on. These stickers are not applied. You have the option of putting on red eyes for each figure. I forget the reason why. There is one, but you've got the option of doing that. I'm not sure I will, because I quite like the look without them. But I just think it's typical of the Japanese. They do think of everything. Takara, I should say, do think of everything a bit more than Hasbro. Instruction sheet, which of course is in Japanese, so obviously I understood every word of it and didn't just look at the pictures. Not that you need to look at the instructions because it's G1 figure, but there's one or two bits you've got to be a bit careful with. The set itself is quite, the parts of it are quite tight and stiff, so it's, I was a bit worried one or two parts where I was transforming it. I thought, is that going to snap? But thankfully it didn't. You get 6 collector's cards with this fantastic artwork on the front, and then a full bio in Japanese again, which I don't speak. So yeah, anybody who speaks Japanese, knock yourself out there. And you
Arigato.
There you go, Mr. Robot.
Konnichiwa.
Oh, damn it, you said it.
Takara says Dakar.
Exactly. Then it comes with all the weapons.
Nin-
You've got the
Ninja Chop.
swords. And then there's Tantrum. I mean, these are G1 figures, so you're not buying these for their great articulation.
To be honest, though, the set which was released looks just like the G1 figures as well, just bigger and still like a block.
Well, this is it. I mean, like I had the Power of the Primes one, and I prefer this to the Power of the Primes one. I just think I can forgive the issues with this, like Tantrum. I mean, you look at that; it's just a bit what? But it was G1, and at the time, this would have been, if I'd have got this when I was kind of 7, 8 years old, Jesus Christ, it would have been the happiest day of my life. You can arm them up with the swords, obviously, and their rifles. Headstrong, I've always liked Headstrong because I don't know, as a kid, I just like rhinos. So, again, just a brick, but it's a G1 brick. You can put the old foot gun on again.
Always remember Nightmare Planet, wasn't he, with Springer?
Yeah. God, do you know, it no word of a lie, getting them has inspired me to, like, I pulled out the Transformers Definitive Collection, the one with the stories where they were sent to attack Megatron, just so I could read that again, because it was the Predacons, and it was like just reliving that a little bit. Again, they're bricks, they're G1 style, but they're just fun, and they're sturdy, and they're heavy. I'll say that. They're bloody heavy.
They all come with swords. It's really cool.
Yeah, they all come with a good sword. Who doesn't enjoy them? Dive bomb. The only thing I'll say with it, and it's not a major problem, I'm not that bothered about it, is that the stickers, one or two of the stickers are already peeling off, which is more to do with the quality of the stickers that you get nowadays than anything else. So this little bit on his wing is starting to peel, but they still look brilliant, and I just love messing around with them. They, talked about it again.
GPS, do they?
No, it's not that kind of gold plastic, thankfully. Rampage is my new favourite Predacon. I just think he's the best proportioned of all of them, and he actually looks quite badass. I love the sticker detailing on the top of his tiger mode. Although he's got a slightly goofy face, as you'll see in a second, but I just think he looks kick-ass. I like to put the legs up. I think the instructions say that you've got to put them down.
That.
Oh, you can tell Maylin's nothing. But he looks really cool, and I just love the look of him. And yeah, that's that slightly goofy face, but I love it. I just love it. I don't know why. And then again, Razor Claw, who is by far and away the goofiest robot mode of the lot of them. I love the lion mode. I think that looks cool, but it's these stubby little arms that you get. Razor Claw, you just think of him as this kick-ass leader of the Predacons, and it's, a little bit, stubby. Let's just go stubby.
There we go. Well, that's
but
all right.
You don't get the whole set for them.
He can piece it down. It's fine.
And then, of course, Predaking, which is a hefty mother trucker with all that die-cast metal in.
Oh, could you imagine being a kid way back in the 80s and getting this? You'd just have been absolutely
Mate,
ecstatic.
I was lucky to have COVID and, having received this, be able to sit for a couple of hours and just mess around with them and take these photos and just kind of, get to know these
Really
figures.
good
I never
photos
even
as well.
saw them as a kid. I never even got the chance to see these as a kid. So I never thought I'd own G1
I think our show's got a lot better since episode 100. We've got no, I mean, since we started out way back in episode 1.
And that Predaking head sculpt. I even like that head sculpt more than the Power of the Primes one. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, Feral Rex isn't probably better than this when you get it and everything. But for the cost this cost me, compared to what it would cost me to get a Feral Rex, I'm more than happy. And it's just hitting that nostalgia button as well. And then there's him just next to Piranacon, just to get an idea of the size.
Oh, he's a big boy.
And yeah, it just... I honestly, even looking at the photo, not because it's a great photo, just because I friggin' love this thing. I just feel in awe of it, and I have him here with me now. He's just hiding down here. Hang on 1 second. I hate coming out of photos, but I come all the way back to you guys. So he's a big, hefty, heavy mother trucker, and he's there, and he's shiny.
Oh, I can hear his ratchets.
Oh, it just feels so frigging sturdy. I could throw this through a Dixon's window and rob some tellies. This is hardcore stuff here.
Move his arm.
Is Dixon still around? Isn't it just Cuddy's now?
Oh,
Our price.
Do you have Dixon still up north?
No. I was just throwing in an old school reference there.
Because it's Cuddy's you want to do it. That's what you.
What was that one from Bottom once when there was a riot, and if you watch the outtakes from that episode, it says something like.
Is that the one where they
Rumbelows?
complain about the billards getting away and stopping social
I can't remember which one it was now, but he says something like they go through the outtakes and he keeps saying they've thrown such and such a thing through the window of, let's say, Rumbelows, and he goes they've just thrown Aswad through the window of Rumbelows, and it always made me laugh. The idea of Aswad getting thrown through a window. But he is a big, beautiful bot, and just to give you this idea of the size of the bot. So,
I thought it was always 1994 in Wales. Bumblebee.
there you go,
Bumble jumper.
and that is
Lovely.
beautiful artwork. So yes, that was my pickup this week.
That was a massive dick up, mate. Really nice.
Glorious. I honestly, I'm really pleased. It's just.
Where's he
really
going to
good.
go in your cabinet? Where's he going to go? Have you got a spot for him?
He's going on the top of the set of. It's not shelves, is it? But the unit that I've got next to my bed, where I've got like different levels of books.
Do you know
and then
what?
Transformers. And he's
Sex-
going
Tell
sex
your good.
thing.
so if he falls off, he will kill me. That's
Tell
the
your
only
good
thing.
wife to
If he
sleep
falls off the
downstairs
wrong way,
tonight.
he will kill me. Say again, sorry.
And sleep with him tonight. Give him a place in the bed.
Do you know what? Well, I could. We've got enough room in the bed. I'm not sure how pleased Claire would be when she rolls over onto
She can
that
sleep downstairs,
tiger's
though.
She's not a
It's a nice
Predacon,
couch.
so it doesn't matter.
That's true. I'm gonna run that idea past her, and I'm gonna make
Tell
sure
her
it
it was my
Janie's
suggestion.
idea.
Right. Let's do some Rohan, okay? Rohan.
Rohan.
Rohan. Who is this guy? Rohan. The one and only Rohan.
I think it's probably fair to say that a few years ago, when the War for Cybertron Netflix series was announced, a lot of us were very excited. Excited to see a new series coming to mainstream TV and a new type of streaming service where we might get a 21st century type of new age Transformers cartoon for us all to enjoy. On the face of it, most people did seem to enjoy it, I would say. It did get mixed reactions, but one of the big things about this series that got panned was the voice acting. And today, on Rohan's Corner, I've decided to talk all about Transformers voice actors, the good, the bad, and the ugly. There are an absolute array of voice actors in Transformers history which we have come to know and love, and I don't mean just actors that we actually love because of the character affiliation. What I mean is that, wow, these guys have got depth, they've got range, they've got inflection, they've got the ability to transform the way in which you think about a character just by the way in which they deliver their lines. I don't really want to touch on the negatives too much, but there have been a lot of poor voice actors in the years that we've had Transformers, especially through that era of the Unicron trilogies, the Bayverse series. It's tough to find good things to say about Bayverse in general, as we all know. What I would say is that Generation 1 had an amazing array of talent of voice actors. We could talk about some of the background characters, we could talk about some of the voice actors who played a multitude of different roles, and those roles were massively varying. Someone like Michael Bell, for example, who played Prowl, but also Swoop.
Me not know that before.
But also Bombshell, you know, a ridiculous amount of range in their voices. But also people like Scatman Crothers.
Into the ocean, let's be daring. The last one in is a rusty herring.
And Casey Kasem.
That's just what I'm doing.
Who brought their distinctive voice to that character and made it their own, made them cool. We had people like Greg Berger, who defined the character with his voice.
Me not do what you say.
And Chris Latta, well documented how well he came across in his raspy, sinister take over the world attitude.
Starscream, the pride of the Cybertron War Academy! Never! Do you hear me? Never!
But also actors like Corey Burton, one of the world's best loved Shockwave characters.
Miserable glitches!
But also did a whole host of other characters as well, if you look through. Obviously, you've got Frank Welker.
Ah, those were the good old days back on Cybertron. Didn't have to sneak around in these ugly-ass disguises.
Peter Cullen, nobody who can argue about how good they portrayed their characters, because obviously they're iconic today.
No point in chasing after them. Here's the trophy I want.
And most of these people that I'm mentioning are still iconic today. In the original movie, Leonard Nimoy.
Unicron, my master. With this, I shall make you my slave.
It was deep, it was menacing, it was dark. And Neil Ross's Springer brought a confident and reassuring personality.
Believe it or not, this is the fun part.
And characters like Skylynx being portrayed as well gave great depth to their character.
If my superb physique would pass through the tunnels, I would join you.
Gave a sense of arrogance. Roger C. Carmel as Cyclonus.
I question your leadership skills, Scourge. The last one in there will face me.
With that deep voice, dark undertones, and don't mess with me. And Stan Jones as Scourge.
We have the key! Now let us destroy those accursed Autobots!
And the ability to go from a Weasley little minion to I'm going to take over the Decepticons attitude. And Eric Idle in the movie as well.
TV! We talk TV! You talk some TV!
And a few others in the movie who were big names at that time. In my opinion, David Kaye, possibly one of the greatest Transformers voice actors of all time.
Spiders spin their webs, yes, but I spin them larger.
Brought so much depth to the Beast Wars Megatron character, gave him that personality, not just because if you look at Kingdom and how badly that came out with that character, I think it was to do with the demonstration of power in this guy and the fact that he was not going to take any crap. Gary Chalk gets a lot of praise for his Primal.
Well, I like your resume.
And Prime in the Unicron trilogies, I think he did a great job, and he is iconic as a result of that. And Venus Terzo, for me, made the Black Arachnia character come alive. The first female Transformer character that I felt had emotion in the voice.
Ooh, you are a clever one.
And had the range to go from good girl to bad girl in 5 seconds.
Megatron is powerful, but inferior. I would make a much better leader.
And you never really knew what she was up to, which I found really interesting. Moving on to a series like R.I.D., that series didn't have a lot of great voice acting, a lot of generic, overwritten with some sort of synthesization. What I would say is Peter Spellos as R.I.D. Skybite.
Who put this here?
Brought some humor and some light-heartedness to the whole show. Another great series for voice acting, hugely successful, is Transformers Animated, and there are absolute plethora of characters I could mention here. Some of my favorites. Bill Fagerbach as Bulkhead.
Access the situation. Choose my move. Execute with graceful precision.
Did a great job. I thought he brought a dim, kind of naive, strong presence. Corey Burton, again, coming back from Generation 1 to play animated Ratchet.
Okay, don't throw a rod.
The gruff, old, annoyed character was fantastic for me. Probably my favorite Ratchet. Tom Kenny as Starscream doesn't get a lot of kudos, but I think his character portrayal was fantastic.
Well, if it isn't my favorite band of plucky little Autobots.
Especially with all the other clone seekers that he voiced as well. Lance Henriksen, one of my favorite sci-fi actors of all time.
I like your style. I think we can teach each other a few tricks.
Playing animated Lockdown with the deep, calm, and calculated voice, I thought he was brilliant and kind of made the Lockdown character to an extent. And Fred Willard as Swindle.
Megatron, you old warmonger! It's been stellar cycles! I can't tell you how tickled I was to learn that my favorite customer was still online. You look great, by the way.
Gave that character charm with a sense of thievery and underhandedness. And moving on to Transformers Prime was another great series where we had some brilliant voice actors. The Rock.
Bingo! So the local police do their thing, and I let them get all the way down the block. That's when I kick off my new shiny shoe, and bang!
I know it was short-lived, but wow, what a talent when we all saw that first episode and we thought, damn, that's The Rock. Gina Torres, another strong female.
You mean my trophies? I collect endangered species. Of course, they aren't really endangered until they meet me.
Had a great run in Firefly and had a portrayal of Arachnid, which was again cool, calm, and calculated. Adam Baldwin, again from the Firefly and Serenity series. All these sci-fi integrations, I think, were brilliant as Transformers Prime breakdown.
You are making a very big mistake, little man. When I'm finished with you, they'll have to scrape you off the floor.
I thought, again, he brought that brute strength, force, and dim-wittery at times. Jeffrey Combs as Prime Ratchet.
You have competition, Bulk.
Again, another sci-fi aficionado with Star Trek and the such like. And then Darren Norris as Knockout.
Now, will you believe I'm joining the winning team?
What a suave and cool, elegant character he was.
Wait, it really was the Immobilizer?
And I think he really made that character for me. If they could bring him back, that would be amazing. And just my final couple, I'm going to mention Hugo Weaving in the Bayverse movie.
I can't even rely on you. What a simple insect.
As I said earlier, there weren't very many, but he's such a big name and he portrayed Megatron in a good way. Don't get me wrong, it's not Frank Welker's way. It was still powerful, it was still ruthless, which I enjoyed. And from the Netflix series, specifically Jetfire, voiced by Troy Baker, was excellent.
My name is Jetfire. I'm not here to fight. I'm here to join you.
He gave me that sense of the G1 Jetfire, but even more powerful, less comic-y and fun, more action, and Lindsay Rousseau as Alita 1.
Prime, we don't have much time. There is something I need you to do.
Brought a depth to that character which we hadn't seen for a long time. A strong female Autobot lead, which I think was telling for that character and for the franchise in general, to be honest with you, because I think it needed that and it will build on that, hopefully, for the future, bringing more strong female Autobot leads, because I think the Decepticons or the Predacons have been covered a little bit for the last few years, but the good guys have been lacking in strong female characters. And so those are my picks. There's loads more out there. Who are your favorite Transformers voice actors and why? Let us know here on the show. For another week, I've been Rohan. Catch you again next week.
Oh yeah? Well, screw you guys. I'm going home.
I am unmuted, and now Alexis is unmuted, and now Andy is unmuted. Right, in a second, we are
Rohan.
Yeah, thank you, Rohan. In a second, we're going to digest our how we would set up the toy line if we were in charge of Hasbro. It's going to be amazing.
Oh, fuck.
Alexis has done his.
Shock. I'm shocked. This is my shock face.
I did actually stop
no one
planning
cares,
it,
no one cares. But Rohan, that was awesome, and that's probably one of my favourite episodes. And the chat went lit with comments and stuff. Alexis, you had a few little bits you want to bring up afterwards.
Just very quickly, the Hugo Weaving. I remember I read he was going to play Megatron in the Bayverse in the live action. I think Frank Welker at the time actually they did try to get him, and they felt that he wasn't quite as menacing. They thought Hugo Weaving, again, opinions differ on this. They felt Hugo Weaving at the time offered a more menacing, maniacal, that sort of like the almost like the sort of scary voice almost, right?
Yeah, I liked it.
Megatron. So and then Corey Burton, love that actor. I don't know if anyone's watched follow Star Wars, but Corey Burton plays Cad Bane who plays a bounty hunter in like Clone Wars, and he's from Clone Wars all the way right through to like new stuff as well. And I just love his voice in that. It's just it's so like gripping. His slow deadpan. So, and it was based off of a Western.
Looney.
It's fucking brilliant.
And Jeffrey Combs as well was like a Star Trek favourite. Like he played like Wayoon. he played some amazing Star Trek characters as well. He played Ratchet in that, and he played another character in Transformers, but I can't remember. He's definitely done 2 Transformers characters.
I can't believe I forgot that Lance Henriksen, the legend that is Lance Henriksen from science fiction films for so long, was Lockdown, and he really was an incredibly menacing Lockdown. He created, like, he was that character. It's brilliant. Need to watch Transformers animated again. Hasbro, check it on YouTube.
I just think the best voice actor really was Leonard Nimoy when he did Galvatron. He just...
Oh, I thought you were going to say Alexis during your photos.
Second best, but very close actually. But Leonard Nimoy, with a couple of lines that he had in that film, the way he just owned it.
Oh, Leonard Nimoy is brilliant. But then again, he was another great actor.
But but that's the thing, because sometimes out there they say there's a lot of actors who are not very good voice actors, and quite frankly, Leonard Nimoy, he proved he could do both. He could be a great voice actor and a good actor.
It's almost like when you have the actors 100%. Which are do the animate, like the Space Jams, or like the ones where like they interact with, they almost overact and they put too much emotion into it. And that can it. And again, as you said, but these guys are obviously they get it spot on.
Right, Arafar's doing top 5 vid, so let's call your jets there and talk about the discussion for
top
tonight.
5 here, Jails, but Arafire top 5. Top 5 styles. That's what we want to know. We want to hear like you.
Now, this is everyone wants to know, Arafire. Are you a Timotei girl, or are you worth it?
What did you do?
Are you worth it? Are you worth it?
Right, discussion time.
We now return to the Transformers.
Right, cool. So I think we've got a graphic, haven't we, Andy, where we're going to discuss our wave of Transformers, how we would set up. So you know how you have a Titan class, like a Commander class, you get some Core class for some reason, I don't know why.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, that would probably explain it better than what I'm saying. So yes.
Well, people, if this is something that Jamie, I know you shared it on Twitter and you credited the person who we think originated the.
Yeah, he did originate it. Yeah,
Patient Zero.
So I saw this and thought, it's a bit of fun. Let's do it for a discussion. Unfortunately, I do not have the time or the technical skills to put in the incredibly fancy pictures that some people are on their version of this.
Same here.
Instead, I just did this. So it's a design a line.
Cool.
And make your own Transformers toy line. And the idea is, if you were in charge of the next release of figures, the idea is from Hasbro, but obviously you can pick your kind of general favorites. Who would you have in there? So I did this in literally 5 minutes with very little thought. And since then, I've been thinking, but what about that one? Oh, what about that one? Oh, that one would be good. But I'm not overthinking it. So I'm just going to go with this. So this is what I would want to see. So
one very quick question before you do that. Is Pamop Bop's cousin?
Pamop.
I did it all for you.
What?
Wasn't that?
Is that a lyric? Is that a lyric from that song? I mean, I'm not an expert.
Is Paul? That's Pamop's version. That's Pamop's version.
Who doesn't love Pamop? I'd go for a Titan. I'd love to see an actual Micromaster base countdown. And even countdown done not as a Micromaster, but as a larger deluxe or even Voyager size figure, probably deluxe. I'd love to see that, just because I love Countdown. I love the G1 version. I love the toy. I loved everything about it. It was such a great play set when I was a kid, and still is now. But I just love to see something like that. Then Commander class, which is your Jetfire size. I've put Power Master Optimus Prime just because I think if you had him at Commander class, you could get a bit of size out of him, and it wouldn't just be for like loads of stuff they'd chuck in there, like we've seen with some of the recent Commander class figures. And I just love to see it. I'd love to see a big, badass, kick-ass Power Master Optimus Prime done properly. For leader class, I've gone with Skyquake and Thunderclash. G1.5, obviously, I have the original Skyquake. I haven't got a Thunderclash because not many people still have one because they fall apart due to GPS. But I think it'd be great to see them at leader class size, facing off against each other. Voyager class, I've gone for these are all personal choices, just to be clear. This is not like I'm expecting this to happen. Cybertron Starscream. I just like the design of Cybertron Starscream. I'd love to see a kind of modern engineered version of that. Dreadwind and Darkwing, because when I think back to their G1 toys, to me they always kind of felt Voyager sized. So I'd like to see Voyager sized versions of them instead of the deluxe ones we got, which were fine, but they were just another Combiner Wars figure, if you know what I mean.
A bit of controversy there from Arafire saying that Thunder class should be Commander class, not Leader class.
Well, you see, I could swap
I've never
Power
seen him
Master
swear
Optimus
so
Prime
much.
with Thunder Clash, but I, like I said, I did this in 5 minutes. Just calm the fuck down, Arafire. Don't make me bitch slap you. And then Vector Prime,
Arafire, aka Peter Andre.
Grown-ups are talking.
He's a mysterious
Vector Prime would be another one I'd like to see, because we got Vector Prime in Transformers Cybertron, and I think he was a really popular and really interesting character. I'd love to see that come back. And then for Deluxe, I've basically gone with some of my favorites. So I want to see Squeeze playing Horrible to go with Fangery. I want to see Needle Nose, because they keep they stick him into fan votes and he doesn't win, so they just don't bother making him, yet they'll make other figures that didn't win the fan frigging vote and we still get them. Give me a frigging Needle Nose, Hasbro. Don't make me bitch slap you as well. And then Getaway and Joyride, and I'd also have Slapdash in there, but I couldn't fit it in because I'd run out of boxes. But I'd like all of the Autobot Power Masters as well. And then Core Class, which I don't collect and I don't generally buy, so I didn't really care. But I just thought, you know what? Just for Jamie, I'll chuck him some Throttlebot love. So we've got Goldbug, Wide Load, Searchlight, and Rollbar, but there are more Throttlebots than that. But again, there's only 4 boxes, so I just chucked them in. So that's what I would.
Awesome.
If somebody said to me, "You're in charge, you choose which figures we're doing next," those are the ones that I would choose in 5 minutes, and then probably second guess myself for about a month afterwards. But yeah, that's what I went with. So did anybody else manage to actually do this?
Oh yes,
oh good.
So did I. Which, considering I work the hardest from all 4 of us, is astonishing, Alexis, that you've not done it. So, right.
You
Jamie,
do work very hard, though, Paul.
Yeah,
I do. Thanks.
I have actually chosen the exact same as Andy.
What?
You know, Michael Bay's Countdown.
This
Titan
I need to
Clash.
screenshot my thing. What have you done here? There's no way you've chosen the same.
I am horrified you'd think that of me.
Just for a split
Does that mean
second.
only me and Andy have
I was
done
like,
this?
oh my god, simpatico.
Michael Bay's Countdown, which is I've got the vintage Michael
You
Bay's
even named
Countdown.
him incorrectly like I did, but that was because I couldn't fit it all in the box.
That's because we're so
Amazing how your
connected.
brain thinks.
Power Master Optimus Prime, which everyone must want. You know, that's just the awesome. Skyquake, okay. Thunder Clash, yes. Even though I've got the Mastermind version, you know, so. But, you know, I think, you know, the common people deserve to have their own Thunder Clash. Cybertron Starscream, always a good one. Deadwind, Darkwing, Vector Prime, especially since the old Vector Prime, the white one, you know, which people are trying to sell off now, doesn't really have that great articulation, and I think they could do so much better with that figure now. You know, so I want that updated Vector Prime. Obviously, you know, thinking about it, you know, we've got Squeeze Play Horrible, you know, those headmasters. We would love to have that. Needle Nose, because, you know, we should have that with his partner. Getaway and Joyride. Then you've got the Photobots, which I've always been arguing for. Goldbug, Wide Load, Searchlight, Rollbar. You know, but I would also like Chase and Freeway. I think they should do that. And obviously, the other one, which we hadn't seen in the animation, who's actually called Photobot.
Yeah, I've
who's
seen
transformed
that
into a
on,
helicopter.
Transformers Wiki. I didn't know about him or her. Is it him or her? Or is it
I actually
just
don't know. I mean, do
innate?
they have genders? So is it something we project onto them?
Oh, let's not get into that one.
You know, no, it doesn't mind if you project a gender on. I mean, you know, the aliens.
I guess you just kind of always read them as he, but then it's that you had RC and everything. Otherwise, you know, you've got
Yeah,
to have
but
an
is
he or
that
she,
our
haven't you?
fault projecting onto Ms. He's, you know, when they
Are we
could
really
have been
doing
females
this?
and that? That's why I always
Really
quite like the fact is, you know, with some of the Transformers, you know, they have different body builds and could be a different, well, you know, different personality, which wouldn't match the gender we might project onto them, which I think is quite a good thing, you know. But yeah, so that's the line which I, you know, spent a couple of hours discussing with Andy. That's probably why we came up with the exact same thing. and that's what I posted.
That's genuinely made me
own
so
PC.
happy. Oh, that's funny.
Do you
If
wanna go
Alexis
next
puts
door,
up the same frigging screenshot,
I had mine up here.
He hasn't got that technical ability.
Oh, here we
So-
go. I had
so-
mine up here.
No.
Come on, just tell us then. Just tell us.
Paul can go next.
All right,
Paul
okay.
can go next.
Right, so I went for. I don't know if you've seen these women who put. No, I'm joking. I went for. Right, so I've done it slightly differently, but I get what you've done, Andy. Makes sense, like with the Titan class and Thunder Clash and things, but I think some of yours was a little bit out of proportion. So I've gone for Titan Master. I've gone for Brian Blessed because I just think he's so cross, isn't he, all the time?
People think I'm random.
Just really angry, Brian Blessed.
Commander class.
Now for Commander class, I've gone for. It looks like I've gone for the Terrorhawks. I haven't. No, I haven't gone for Terrorhawks. I've gone for the people who use the puppets. The
Especially the guy
of
on the
Terrorhawks.
right, the bald yet long-haired guy. Oh my god, that's Arrowfire in like 10 years.
What an awesome job where you get to fist a
Love
puppet
you,
every day.
Arrowfire.
It's like a
Tell you what,
lawnmower fell on his
Andy,
head.
Keep raining down Arrowfire like that, mate, and he's gonna give you a needle nose.
Right, sharp for leader class to the left. I've gone for. Can you remember? Can you remember
Gordon's
dinosaurs? Lisa?
alive.
Dinosaurs. Can you remember dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs was quality.
Not the mama. Not the
Shout
mama.
out, you can remember dinosaurs.
Yes, I can remember dinosaurs.
Good.
Oh, you're all just like us, Lisa.
Mama.
No, don't do that. Set the lighting for my face.
Not the daddy.
Love you, bye.
You said it. He said it. Listen,
Love
look
you
at what he
too.
said.
Oh, sorry,
Look,
you told me,
listen, do it again. Not the mama.
Yeah. Then for the other lead class, I've gone for those stupid fucking things you see on Facebook where people post minions with quotes as like a part of their personality. This one says, "Laugh when you can, apologise when you should, and let go of what you can't change." Fuck off.
Those
you
are
cunt.
fucking annoying.
Yeah. Then Voyager class, Rodney Rowdy Piper.
Rowdy
Obviously, why wouldn't you have him?
Rodney Rowdy Piper.
Oh.
Then here we've got 4 people from Kazakhstan. No, Tajikistan. So these 4 people and the child by the well, they all live in Tajikistan. We've got this isn't Sandra Bullock from Miss Congeniality. This is the DVD. And then we've got Mr. Stoff from the Treebor adverts.
Soft, won't you tell me?
Sorry,
the world in which
just
you're
come back a
living
second.
is so strange.
Just go through Miss
I used to sing that at
Congeniality for
someone
me.
at school to annoy them.
Your reasons
Great.
behind Miss Congeniality, sorry?
No, it's the it's the DVD.
It's not
isn't it?
It's the DVD. I said that earlier.
Can I just say, if you did create
it's
this,
a
which I have my
DVD.
doubts, but if
sorry.
you did create this, Paul, you've put more effort into creating this nonsense than it would have taken to have just answered it properly. And I respect that. I respect that.
What, you think I made this up? I found someone who put Brian Blessed and all these things
yes, I
and just
did.
copy and pasted it over.
I think you did. I think I was the only one who bothered doing what we were supposed to
I
do.
spent
I'm
ages
just
on
throwing it out
Photoshop.
there.
Lisa,
Apart
come
from Jamie,
back.
obviously, I worked with Jamie. Yeah.
Share Paul or Jamie's one again. I'll go through what I put on.
Right, I'm going for a bath.
So I decided to do this not off the main line, but off of the MP figures. What do we want, right? So if you I can envision my head.
I decided to do this. You did
Yes,
decide.
you
You
just made it
remembered.
off.
Well, so Tyson class, right? Tyson class.
Nope.
For us, Tyson class.
I love it. I love it. Oh no! Look what's happening in the chat. Look what the fucking that Ukraine picture did not go down well.
Oh, you've really pissed someone off there.
Oh, I've really
I think
annoyed
that's
Russia.
a death threat. Would you like me to put the screen thing back up again, Alexis, so you know what
You don't have to
the
know.
size classes
So Tyson, you can for our viewers. Tyson class.
Well, I mean, if you can't be bothered.
No, put it back up.
All right, I'll put it back up.
So Tyson class is.
As the vicar said to the nun.
Is obviously the biggest figures, and the Titans we have are the combiners. What's the name? No, not that one.
Do you know, Alexis? I wish you were an IT expert so you could have taken a screenshot as well.
Who's the big guy? Who's the big Omega Supreme? So he's like Titan. What I'd like as a Titan class is Monstructor. I'd love to have a Monstructor Titan class because there was the third party one, which was 12 inches tall, which is very chug size, and fell over because it had shit hips. So a nice Titan class Monstructor would be, I think, would be really
I'd sure like to fist him.
Yes, I
Like a
fucking
puppet.
would. So and then commander class, I was thinking potentially even like double dealer, like because he was quite big. I was going that size. So I thought, well, actually, would in my head, I thought so. Double D is probably going to be my number one choice, but I know there's going to be one coming out later this year, and I always had him as a sort of bigger bot. So he was going to be my sort of up in there in the commander class. Leader class, I was split. I was torn between either. So I had the same sort of idea as Andy, like Dreadwing and Darkwing, as the Power Masters. I thought they would be better off as leader class for MP bots, or it was going to be a leader class Roadbuster and Whirl. Because again, I always vision those guys as being a lot bigger than the other bots, and that would be, what's that command? Leader class about 10 inches, isn't it? 12 inches. Moving down to Voyager, I would go Pretenders, Power Masters, and then Pretender Animals. They're the ones that I was going to go for.
Cool.
And what's after Voyager? Deluxe?
No, there wasn't anything after that.
Yes, there was. Deluxe.
There wasn't. We didn't do Deluxe.
There was
right,
Deluxe.
just do Deluxe. You're not allowed to take part. You didn't do the homework.
What?
Sorry.
Right.
I
did.
Next. You've done no homework at all.
I did. So my okay, fine. I'll do that. I'll miss out Deluxe.
Right, do Deluxe. Just do Deluxe.
I'll do
You're not allowed to do core. I didn't do core class. I didn't do core class.
I won't do Deluxe.
I didn't do core
Core
class.
class. I would like Micro Masters.
Good
MP
shout.
scale Micro Masters. MP scale articulated Micro Masters. Not all of them, just the main four. So you've got the sports.
To be fair to him, he's mentioned that before.
The aircraft
That's
control.
brilliant.
Deluxe would probably actually be the throttle bots. Actually, that's probably the wrong thing.
Cool.
Jamie gone again.
But yeah.
We're going to do Fourplay in a minute. It's going to be Soundwave stroke Blaster. Before we do that, don't forget there's a Transformers fucking convention going on in May the 14th.
Transformers fucking convention. I didn't sign up for this.
TFUK.
Alexis will love it. Oh, no, he's that side. Alexis will love it.
14th of...
You've pronounced condom wrong. TFUK com. Oh no, condoms, right? Yeah, CON, isn't it? Condom.
TFUK. Right, so 14th of May in Birmingham, there's a convention of Transformers. You're welcome to come. You can stay at the hotel and you can have drinks with us. We'll be there on the table. Why wouldn't you come? £35. It's going to be like Hugh, Simon Fairman, Jeff Senior, loads of famous people, Ben's Collectibles, all there. You get your own table. You can sit there all day. I think there's about 30 tickets left.
It's not many, actually, is it?
Sorry, there's a massive burp. There's about 30 tickets left. So if you want to come, all you have to do is either go onto Facebook, head to TFUK Transformers the show, one of those two pages, and just private message Luke Gardner or message me as well on TFUK, and we'll sort your ticket out for you. £35. 30 tickets left. Please come.
Please.
And buy a ticket.
Why do I want to get slapped by a fish?
I mean, if you've not came after watching the show, are you truly a man?
That's it.
That's a question we all ask ourselves.
We're all about tantric transforming.
Exactly.
Is that what we're calling it?
That's it. You just hold that urge and transform that figure. Like
I'll be over in 2 hours, Alexis.
Don't transform it. Don't transform it. Just
transform
every week.
And it's going to be a swap, so you can bring Transformers, and we have a little trade-off swap shop as well. So that's cool.
Someone try to swap something for Alexis's Unicron.
Fucking yeah. It's like easier to transform.
I loved it when he
Fisher's
said
Price.
that's why he's not transformed it. Because like this is the first we've taken heard about.
It's part of my religion.
£35.
You're like the little
Crazy.
kid off the Matrix. The trick is that there is no spoon. There is no Unicron.
Right, okay, on to Fourplay. Fourplay. Oh no, we did that for Rohan, don't we? Rohan.
Fourplay.
Is that what you do when you pop in the bedroom? Fourplay.
Don't you all sing that song?
It's time.
Fourplay.
He yells that from downstairs and then takes a run up.
Yeah,
Right, I've lost the Fourplay video. I think I've deleted it. We'll do.
He has like a little
Zelda.
the horse he gallops up and down
Link,
on it.
take it away.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
Cool. Right, Fourplay.
Fourplay, putting on the condom.
So I suggested Soundwave. Apparently we've done this last week.
Doing the Fourplay intro.
I can't find
No,
it.
we
I've
didn't do
lost it.
Soundwave last week, did we? But we've done it before.
Sex people, don't. It's something to do with sex people.
Hey, people in the chat, have we done Soundwave for Fourplay? I think the answer is yes, but anyway.
No, we're doing Blaster. I thought we were doing
We are, because we advertised it as Soundwave, so we've got to mention it.
I'll go first.
I advertised it as Blaster on Twitter.
I went for Blaster, because it's Fourplay about Blaster. I went for Mr. Moon's Blaster. I think I've got a photo here of Galvatron doing a fart on him. Come on, where's the photo? Here he is. So, Mr. Moon Blaster. So, this is Legend scale.
Galvatron.
Yeah, that's Grimlock.
Oh, it's Grimlock, Andy, not Galvatron.
I know. How could I make that mistake?
That's Grimlock farting on Blaster. You can see he's got a Transformers insignia because he's an Autobot. He's got a tape deck as well because he's Blaster, so he can take tapes into his chest. In his deck, legs, like all good Transformers do have. He's got a gun as well in case he has to fucking kill someone. Yeah. What's interesting though with this one,
is it though?
Is my keyboards in the background? You can see it was Friday the 11th of February I took this. So this is Mr. Moon. So he's probably Legends scale plus, a little bit bigger than Legends. It was one of the original. Well, he was the first Blaster you could get in terms of Legend, but he still holds up a little bit well. It does look a little bit basic when you look him up against stuff like from New Age and Magic Square, massively more detailed, and Grimlock farting on him. He fits. He's probably Mech FansToys sort of sizzling size, but yeah, 2 keyboards. Yeah, 2 keyboards. One for each hand.
Only 2 keyboards.
One for each hand. That's how I type. Where's yours? Yeah, that's it. So Magic Moon Blaster was mine. Jamie, would you like to go next?
Oh yes.
How do you stop the picture?
Well, I mean, I was going to pick Kingdom Blaster, but you know what? Do you know? I think he's a good blaster. Is Nathan, my boy Blue, and Nathan. This is Nathan's custom blaster, and it is a phenomenal piece of work he's done on there. It's almost like it's actually better. I would say the invention that Nathan put into this than the actual real tail Kingdom Blaster. I mean, the Kingdom Blaster's obviously got the finesse of being, factory produced. It's been designed. It's a joy to transform. It's a quite simple transformation. But Nathan's Blaster, he put a lot of thought and care into that and customizing this off a Soundwave. And to me, it's like the ideal blaster when it comes to be based off the animation, the cartoon. And the fact what I like about Nathan's Blaster is something that they could have done instead of giving us like push eject or rewind or whatever that be transparent fucker called. what they could have done is done what Nathan did and just did a simple little hand thing, go around at that and add on this fantastic accessory. Whoops, which I've dropped. So, but luckily enough, you're going to need 2 of them because he's got 2 hands. And and it would work in on a hand, but I've dropped it this time. I dare not bend down because I might not get back up. But yes, and that's what Nathan done, and that sort of invention is something that Hasbro really should have done. I think, and that would have made Blaster ideal because he was born for that. And instead of that, we got a transparent, core class figure, which is probably going to break at some point. But yeah, so with me, we've got Blaster, who was always a kind of he's a big boy, like the Kingdom class. He's much larger, but he was kind of a leader with the Autobots. He was holding the line in Cybertron. He was part of the resistance there. He's got a lot of charisma in a character. In fact, a lot of people sometimes confuse Blaster as a Wrecker because he had a lot of those qualities of a Wrecker, except he was never part of the Wrecker in the UK Transformers community continuity. He was fighting. Oh, was it Draxus he was fighting?
Straxus.
Straxus. Yeah,
he was part of the Autobot Resistance, wasn't he? With who was the little yellow wheel dude who melts in the
Scourge? Not Scourge.
Scrounge.
Scrounge.
Who turned into a wheel.
You know. Now he's a doorknob in some Decepticon shelf gold.
Did you see the spin-off episode with him in? Did you see the spin-off episode?
I made myself feel sad.
Scrounge.
That was a sad episode.
They had a prequel of him in the spin-off episode. Did you guys see that one with Scrounge? And he didn't want to be in his role, so he tried to reinvent himself. So you don't reinvent the wheel.
What was that in?
You don't reinvent the wheel.
Oh my god! Is this set up for a frigging joke?
This is a setup for a joke which we don't find funny.
He's a wheel. You don't reinvent the wheel. He wants to reinvent.
I love your voices, Alexis, but leave the comedy to the.
I've obviously not drank enough.
I should,
you were in
when he was saying it. There was a little voice in my head going, "This is a setup for a joke." I thought, no, he's.
You were like, "It's a trap."
It's a trap.
But and I've got to say, I do prefer the sort of deck opening mechanism here as well. I do think with the blaster one, I don't know if it's because it's bigger, but you can almost see the mechanics behind how the deck opens with that sort of blaster. Where I prefer the mechanic that I have with the Soundwave, because if you look at the Kingdom blaster, you can almost see it, underneath there. And I think there was a better way they could hide that, because that gets a little bit annoying. So I do think, Nathan, shout out to Nathan there, because, Nathan, you did a fantastic job. And I think for once the Hasbro boys should have just copied you when it came to some of the mechanics, because you did an outstanding piece of work for me, and I really do appreciate it. I mean, he was always updating me and stuff to do. He gave me this gun to go with it as well.
Really cool.
It was an exceptional piece of work. And it's probably one of those reasons where I normally get very desperate for a new Transformer to arrive. But with Blaster, I just didn't mind waiting my time. And that was all down to the fact that this fantastic figure here done by Nathan. So thanks again, Nathan.
Very good. You should do some comparison shots, mate. See, put them online. You're a wonderful photographer.
I've done enough shots today.
Different type of shot.
Photos?
Andy, did you have a blaster you want to share with us?
Yeah, I think my favourite blaster is definitely C. Jakeface.
Is it not ass blaster?
Sorry, it's just been ages since we've had him on.
My turn.
Somebody actually put it in the chat. Somebody put my favourite.
Oh, whoever it was really funny.
You love it. I do have. I actually took the time and effort to get out a Soundwave as well. But I decided this time, because I think I did the G1 Soundwave.
Yes, you did.
Last time, and this is the Siege one. But I just love it. He literally stands in this pose constantly with Laserbeak on his arm. That's literally all I do with him. But I also have the Kingdom Blaster, and it's not only the only version of Blaster I currently own, but also the best, because it's the only version of Blaster I own. But it is a really good bot. I mean, I said it before.
I have a custom version, Andy.
You do, and I feel that might even be better. Well done, Nathan. We love you. Oh.
James, doesn't work. Eddie's not there, mate.
It was Robert. There you go. It was Robert. But yeah, what I'd say is this is a brilliant version of Blaster. I mean, it just is. Is it as good as Nathan's? Probably not, but it's still a frigging brilliant version of Blaster. So if you're not getting a custom version from Nathan over at the old cluttered desk, look him up, then you could pick up one of these. I mean, it won't be as good, but it's still frigging good. And the only thing I noticed with him is he's a little bit taller than Soundwave, isn't he? Is he taller than the Earthrise? Not Earthrise.
No, he's not
Netflix
taller
version.
than. No, he's taller than his Netflix version is the exact same size as Soundwave from Earthrise and Siege.
I'm just enjoying some mellow tunes. Sorry, I was listening to you, Jamie. So they're the same size, pretty much.
Yeah, Soundwave's the same size. It's the same mold.
See, now that means I have to pick up the frigging Netflix version so that I can have them the same height.
No. Netflix version's the same size as Soundwave. All the Soundwave share the same mold. Yeah.
Because I really like the Siege one. I'm not really bothered about turning. And this is the thing. Like, I see so many people get so excited when they say, "Oh, it turns into a tape deck," and I'm just like, It wasn't exactly the most exciting thing about it when you had it anyway. It was the robot mode, just looks fucking awesome. But yeah, Kingdom Blaster, it's good. It's not as good as Nathan's custom from the cluttered desk, but it's frigging good. So buy one of them. Go give your money to Nathan. That's what I'd do.
Do you know that? I think it's a good comic version. I think it's ideal.
I think that, yeah, it's just, I was surprised. Like I said, this just got overshadowed for me by my other pickup. But I mean, it's still such a solid bot, and looks the part, transforms nice and simply. And...
I opened them in bed today, and I transformed them in bed as well. And I went, "This was easy. Not many things come easy in my bed, but yeah, that was."
That's not what Malin said. Anyway.
Brilliant. Right, just before we head to Alexis, just to remind you about TFUK Con. Don't want to keep going on about it, but if you want any merch, there's some merch. So we've got this. This is a Gail Platts t-shirt. Which you'll be able to pick
sell
up
them at
TF UK Con. They're just £15 each.
We're going to get so sued.
It's got different pictures of Gail in different moulds. We're working on an Ainsley Harriet one. That's coming out soon. Loads of stuff to buy, all at TFUK Con. Go on, Alexis. Show us your blaster.
So I've gone for one of KFC's earlier bots, which is KFC Blaster. Or KFC... What the fuck they call them? I have no idea. Anyway, so it's KFC Blaster. So it's one of the earlier bots. Comes with all postable hands and stuff. Comes in this version. This is the second version they did. They also did the red version. I tried to find it. It comes in 3 versions, actually. I couldn't find the red version. Metallic version, which looks really cool. But he's still boxed up. So he obviously does have the same...
How long has he been boxed up for?
I don't know. He's somewhere in this room. I don't know. Fucking... a year? At least.
You've had that figure for a year before you've actually unboxed it.
What, this one?
No, he hasn't unboxed it yet. He hasn't unboxed the metallic one.
Oh, the metallic one. Sorry, I was going to say. I thought you meant you literally just opened that for now to do this.
Oh no, the other one I was going to. Yes, but I didn't have time. I didn't have time for anything else this week. So, so he's very good. He poses with my movie box. The reason I've got 2 is I wanted one with movie box. I wanted the shiny one for movie box, and then the normal one for season 2 bots. Like I've got 2 Preceptors, for example. He comes with a tape. So he comes with a single tape. He comes with I think this is Rewind, the black one, which is the same sort of size. It comes the same sort of scale as the MP Soundwave tapes do. So obviously scale varies on these figures, but you can get that. And then they did sell. KFC did do a lot of tapes as well. It's sort of the blue one, so you get the blue one as well. So you can get Ejection Rewind. And then I actually have these guys. I'll just show. KFC did do the tapes as well, but I don't think that the tapes like Steel Jaw and Ram Horn, I don't think they were very, very well done. So I've got the Iron Factory. So I think they scale quite well for this sort of size. So Iron Factory, they do Steel Jaw and do a Ram Horn. So if you get the Iron Factory blaster, you can get these. So it's getting quite rare now, those guys, as well. And he does come in a blue version. So look at the box. The box is always quite cool. This is what it looks like. So blue, they've got blue one as well. So It comes in that sort of thing. So it comes with the speakers that you mentioned, Jamie, there as well. And it also comes with a cartoon head. Sorry, comic book head. So you want the comic book head as well.
Awesome.
So this is the double deck. This is like the
because that's the thing with Blast, isn't it? You had the comic book head was quite distinctly different from the cartoon head.
Yes, yes, it was. So you can get that sort of that domed look, like almost like a shield, like it's wearing like a gladiator helmet. She has that as well. It comes with different tapes as well. So this version actually comes with the pink tape. I don't know what it's called, and then it comes with like the one which turns into a scorpion. And again, different variations of this version come with different versions as well. So interesting though, this version here is actually quite rare, and it's for sale right now. If you
welcome to Alexis Sales Corner.
Okay. So, I thought I'd show that off. So I got that from TF Nation, that version actually a few years back.
Can I just ask, are you playing that music, Paul?
Yeah.
It just feels like somebody's playing like Animal Crossing or something like that. And the music playing in the background.
I've got Animal Farm. It's hardcore, that game. Hardcore.
I've got VHS.
You mean you've got Animal
Combat?
You mean you've got Animal Farm? That's hardcore as well. That video.
Yeah. Did anyone ever watch that on VHS? Animal Farm.
Which one?
Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
I died. Spoilers.
It depends which version of Animal Farm you are referring to.
It's the ones with the nuns who shove poos up their minges.
It's actually a story about communism and how socialism
I don't
goes
think
wrong.
I've seen that version. I've seen
It's actually very good.
version that's about.
We're talking about
A lot of people attribute it to capitalism, and it's not actually. It's a bit
I think Jamie's
chat
talking
is
about
going
the
down.
book, and I think 3 of us are talking about the porno.
No, I was referring to the book.
I read the book. I did
So
a
was I.
dissertation on the book.
Yeah, but you didn't do a dissertation on the film.
Porno.
I feel that the other thing is a conversation for not on
I just don't
YouTube
know
for all
if I did I imagine it when I was 14 watching a film called Animal Farm.
Me, clever.
Again,
I can talk
discussion
about
for
this.
Did you imagine anything else when you were that?
Right, in the chat, if you've seen Animal Farm, the sex film with animals,
And if you've got a copy, you can send to Paul.
and if you have a copy, I've searched, checked all my Betamax, it's not there.
Do you know? I don't think you should have sex with animals because they can't say no.
And that is the message.
God, I almost made a comment.
Unless it's a parrot. Parrots can talk.
Yeah, true.
But it doesn't know what it means,
Consensual.
or does it?
Who'd fuck a
So you're
parrot?
saying that if it says no, he doesn't know if it means no.
Surely that's the
but the
What
horse
did the
is
dolphin
okay.
say to you, Alexis? What did the dolphin say to you, Alexis?
Well, I was just going to say, is that the reason
Strange,
they're
that's where your
called
mind goes straight.
is that the reason they're called cockatoos?
We're
They just
going
don't
down
know.
a rabbit hole.
That's it.
Or any kind of hole that we really
In
should.
Animal Farm, she fucks the
Did
horse.
the dolphin clip?
Oh my God.
No.
Chris.
Was he there?
I can't look him. I just can't look him in the eye right now.
God,
Can't
that
look
must
him
be
in the
one
eye.
hell of an episode
Chris,
of Spring
what
Watch.
animals shouldn't you fuck? He's not talking, is he?
Oh, he's gone all quiet.
Do you
We're going to
think
get
you'll
so
get
sued.
cancelled now?
That's it. And if
I
anyone
think
likes to
we've found out what we're doing for TF Con now.
And did
you
you
see-
see Chris Beckham?
and
You'd
if
be a
anyone
good
likes
guest to
if
get.
anyone likes to tune in for the readers corner and of the mentally unstable version of the Owl and the Pussycat, then tune in after dark.
Is this another one of your classic jokes?
To be
Alexis?
fair, if you can get hold of an owl,
Bishop Brown.
I'll probably just be impressed rather than disgusted.
Right, that's enough. Man
on that
enough for one
bombshell.
night.
Have you
so,
lived until you hug and you go?
got a cough. COVID.
Problem with an owl,
TFUK.
every time you try and proposition it, it goes. "Whoo."
Don't make me laugh. TFUK is where you need to head on Facebook or Transformers the Show if you want a ticket to TFUK Con, which is in Birmingham on the 14th of May. Just £35, man. You get to see all those
Your
fantastic
best
people.
pyramid scheme ever.
It is. You will win. You end up in eventuality. You end up with more money than I do. So everyone's a winner. Jamie, what's the Twitter?
TF Show UK.
Please head there. Alexis, what's the Instagram? Can you remember the password to get into it?
Yeah.
When's the last time you updated it?
I've been slack today. Put the show on there. I've been slacking, haven't I?
Did you?
Alan. So it's Owl and the Pussycat. Oh no, sorry. It's Transformers the Show.
You just gave away your password. Good. Zuma hasn't cat not anymore.
Yeah, sorry. My password. Owl and the Pussycat. All in caps.
That means lowercase.
Transformers the Show.
No one fucks pussies harder than Kurt Zuma.
Oh dear.
Have a fantastic week, guys.
If we're not sued, we'll see you next week.
Or arrested.
We will be sued.
You'll never catch me, you fuckers.
Good night.